To say something, when I said the other day that Arsenal actually deserve to win the league, they are the best team in the Premier League, and sometimes in small margins, the best team don't win the league. Today proves it. Arsenal in the first half absolutely peppered this Bournemouth team. I know that they got a penalty. By the way, it's a correct penalty. The players aren't asked to avoid tackles. Just people need to understand that. Really, by the way, Kai Havertz isn't asked to actually avoid the leg on his way. It's not, he didn't dangle the leg. Yeah, he dragged the leg, but that's just part of the game. Uh, and the goal was supposed to be cancelled. It's a clear push by Solanke. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about it. It's soft. No, it's not soft on the goalkeeper when they're trying to clear the ball. Arsenal really deserve to win this league based on, I don't know what's going to happen the last two games. I know that a lot of people want to say that the team that comes on top. No, there are small margins within the season, especially when there's 1 or 2 points. Because Arsenal at the current moment, best attack, best defense, and best performances. Nobody can tell me otherwise. And when we say last season that if it wasn't for Saliba getting injured, Arsenal would have won the league, it's proven, right? It's proven now until this moment. Saliba has played every minute, and look at Arsenal. People don't want to talk about it. Yes, Man City are very close to them. They're a brilliant team, absolutely fantastic. But it's not against Manchester. People just think that because me praising Arsenal, I'm slagging off Manchester City. I'm not. Manchester City are a brilliant team. They have arguably some of the best players in the world at the current moment, right? But this Arsenal team show a lot of mentality, and numbers don't lie. They have the best attack, best defense. You know what I mean? The best performances. They look absolutely fantastic. And it's not me twerking for Arsenal, as people say. It's just facts. On the board, just facts. There are 10 goals difference between them and Manchester City. Just facts. People don't want to talk about this. It's gonna be unlucky if Arsenal don't win the league. But Man City still are a brilliant. That's actually a testament to how good Man City are. Just people don't want to believe it. Oh my God, they bottled it. Listen, the injury last season was unfortunate, but people don't want to talk about that. That's what I have to say as of now about the game, to be honest. It's absolutely brilliant performance by Arsenal. It wasn't pragmatic. 16 shots to 1. Arsenal deserved to be like 3-4-0 in that first half. And the goalkeeper came out with a lot of saves. Just simple.
They were top. Dennis, do you agree with where Mo's coming from there, looking at your game today and Arsenal overall?
Yeah, no, I agree with him 100%. I mean, I've said this before. I honestly think, right, if you sorted the table via goal difference rather than via points, I think the table would look fairly similar in the sense that I do think goal difference is a good indicator of how good a team's how good a team's been. Look, if we don't win the league this season, you have to congratulate Man City. They were the better team over 38 games. But one thing's for an absolute fact. Arsenal this season compared to Arsenal last season is a much better side. We concede less. We score more goals. The way we approach games is much more professional. Last year was a bit more, we just attack games willy-nilly and kind of just throw ourselves at it. Whereas this season, we've attacked games from a much more controlled perspective. And again today, as the boys were saying, I echo it. Start of the game, fantastic. I thought after the Tottenham game, we could look a little bit like down in the dumps. I know we won the game 3-2, but the last 30 minutes was a little bit nervous. Was that going to carry on over into this game? But we were at it from minute one, creating chances. Ødegaard at the heart of it, which I think was important because he's our playmaker, right? Especially at home. If he's on the ball making things happen, we've got a good chance of winning that game. And again today, fantastic win by Arsenal. Like, job done, 3 points. Many will talk about the referee this, referee that. I don't really like getting into talking about the referees. I'd rather talk about the performances because I think that's what matters. I think even if there was a not penalty given for Arsenal or Bournemouth got their penalty/goal given, I still think Arsenal would have won this game. We were the better team over 90 minutes by a mile. So I think it's just important we got our job done. And I've said this before. I said this from a few weeks ago. We can't look at Man City. I think the mentality for Arsenal has to be, if you win every single game, you will win the title. That's got to be the mentality. I know it sounds like copium. It sounds like it's not going to happen. But that's got to be our mentality. And then let what happens to Man City, let that happen. It's out of our hands. There's no point us thinking, oh, looking at Man City, are they going to drop points? They're not going to drop points. As soon as we start doing that, that's when we start to get mixed up with our own performances. City have still got 4 games left, and anything can happen in the Premier League. Nothing's ever set in stone. They've not lost a Premier League game in 2024. They've won their last, 4 or 5 on the bounce. So are they going to win 9 in a row? Potentially. Is it a guarantee? Absolutely not. They've got the quality to do so, but nothing's ever guaranteed in football. So I'm just delighted with what we've done. We look a much better team, and every season under Arteta, we've improved. His first season to the season after, to the season after that, points have improved and performances have improved. And I think today was indicative of that. It could have been a very tricky game against a tough Bournemouth side, but we got the job done, played really well, professional performance and clean sheet as well.
Certainly was another professional performance. And I think for me as a rival, we speak about this a lot when it comes to legacy of players. And I don't think there are many Arsenal players this season. You might go on to win it, so it could do that. But I often speak about why I don't put Harry Kane in the same category as Aguero, the same category as Henry, the same category as Cantona, Rooney, is because of what players like that did in title races. And most of them went on to win it. I'm looking at Declan Rice. I'm looking at Bukayo Saka in the last 2 games. Trossard, Odegaard, of course, they're stepping up in title race games. And Hamza's on here, and he'll have experienced that in recent years. Mo's on here as an Inter fan. He's seen his players stand up and do it. That's the most impressive element, is these individuals are standing up at the most difficult time to perform for professional footballers. I want to get a rival's perspective on the game here. Hamza's joined us. What are you here to say, bro?
Yeah, listen, I'm here to say, listen, I don't watch the games much, I swear. And today I said, okay, I'll watch the game. Because even the Villa, I didn't watch the game. I sat down there, I watched the game, fair enough. But sometimes, do better by the Premier League. Literally, don't play around with the mind games. To try and make the Premier League interesting and to get the viewers up. We know that was desperate. I swear that was desperate, because look, you can't have one rules in you see against Bayern Munich. He dived and they couldn't understand because they're privileged kids. Oh, I don't. But we get penalties. But this is fair. This is justice here. Premier League official, that was appalling by Kai Havertz. He should have been booked. That was pathetic. You see, I'll tell you one thing, Terry. Saka's reputation is damaged already this season. He's damaged. Why? You ask yourself why. When you do and cheat, people call you out. Now in Europe, Saka's rep is being mocked. Even Kimmich mocked him. Now Havertz, that was shocking. To cheat against Bournemouth is the lowest standard I've seen. The guy, why are you doing that? I didn't even need to check VAR. I thought, why are you replaying? Why are you replaying multiple times? Are we really? They're looking for excuses to give Arsenal that win. But I'm really sorry. As a neutral who's watching, Bournemouth got cheated with that penalty.
115 charges.
That is fact.
Okay,
Whether you can cry, you can cry. You can cry and say we won. You can cry. But everyone knows that was a dive. And he should have been booked for that. Because kids are watching.
Can I ask you a few questions?
And you keep doing this. This is unacceptable for the face of Premier League.
Hamza, can I ask you a couple of questions? Yes, they were checking the replays a lot. But they were checking the replays looking for a reason to disallow it, because both decisions were given in real time. So for just factually, so we can get on the right foot, they weren't looking to give the penalty or to award the goal. The penalty was already given and the goal had already been disallowed. So they were looking for reasons to overturn the referee and couldn't find them.
But simple.
Hang on. I'm not finished yet. Yeah. Secondly, can I ask you this question? What about the red card tackle on Saka before these two incidents?
I didn't watch that part. I swear to God, I didn't watch it.
Very convenient.
Very convenient.
Very convenient.
Very convenient.
Very convenient for you, bro. Very convenient for you, Hamza. Hamza, stop. Hamza, very convenient for you. Hamza, no, stop. Hamza, stop. Hamza, very convenient for you to pick out what you watched without watching the entire thing.
I'll watch from 25 minutes.
Hold on. I see. So if you only watch 25 minutes of 90 minutes, why
do
you
want 25 minutes?
From 25 minutes.
From 25.
Okay, fine. You watch 75 minutes of the game, give or take, regardless of what it is. Why do you think you have the right to have a say when you missed out the first 25 minutes, not knowing what happened there?
No,
because hold on. You're sitting here talking about Arsenal, like the referees cheating for Arsenal, when there's 115 charges on your club. Fine, not guilty yet, but there's 100, not just your players, your entire club have 115 charges, and you're going to sit here and talk about cheating, right? You're going to talk about a penalty that was given because a player who was intelligent enough to realize, if I take 2 more steps, I might not get the right angle to be able to score. So let me just drag my feet. If the keeper makes contact, he makes contact. That is the rule. The keeper wasn't. Hey, be quiet, my friend.
Be
quiet.
Okay, so how come you didn't get it against Bayern Munich? How come that decision wasn't given against Bayern?
That is Europe. That is Europe.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We know that.
Guys, let me jump in for a second. The reason it wasn't given in Europe is because the referee and VAR in Europe were wrong.
They were right.
They
What we doing
weren't.
here?
They weren't. The goalkeeper came out and attempted to touch the ball, and listen, that should have been a penalty. I guarantee you, if that was the other way around, they would have given the penalty. They just bottled that decision. Whether people like it or not, who is it that said it earlier on the show? Who is it who said it earlier on the show? It might have been Mo. It was Mo. There is no letter of the law that says a player has to avoid being
but you don't do that, Terry.
Hamza. This is the thing. I get where you're coming from. I think they're soft penalties. I'm not a fan of them. But there's no law in the game that says a player has to avoid a tackle. If someone comes in and misses, Hamza, let me finish talking. If somebody makes a tackle or a challenge for the ball and they miss it and their foot is then in your path, I don't like this law, but it's in the law of the game. You don't have to get out the way. You can make sure you can run into that leg and fall over. It's a foul because that leg was put in your path and it shouldn't be there. So I'm not saying it's right, but the reason I'm calling everybody out for this is that if you're in the FA Cup final against Man United, Haaland goes past Onana's leg goes out, and Haaland drags his leg, are you going to stand there and say, Haaland, give your winner's medal back? That was a dive, or are you going to celebrate winning?
That was different. Listen, this was different.
How is it different? See, that's the thing. The point I'm making is this. If you want to call out those penalties, Hamza, you have to slam your own team when you get them. All of our teams do it. Every single one of our clubs does it. Everyone does it.
To the floor. The guy was going. The guy was going to the floor, dragging his foot, hoping that. I'm thinking, yo, there's some level to this game. Don't be shameless against Bournemouth. And to me, the fact that they keep replaying, I'm thinking, please look. Ask a neutral. You're telling me Bayern Munich. But against Bayern Munich, they made an error.
We're talking about Bournemouth. We're talking about Bournemouth.
Can you answer me a question, please? Hamza, can you answer me this question? Why, when there was a very little pull on the top of Rodri, who's about 6'4" and weighs about 16, 17 stone, why did he spin 360 degrees and then fall over with a little tug on his shirt? If he's not, why didn't you call that out for diving earlier on in the season against Man United?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you that. Once you're in the box and I grab you, yeah, you are looking for trouble because there's no need to grab someone in the box. Yeah.
Okay.
There was no need to grab.
Once a goalkeeper or any player makes a tackle, once a goalkeeper or any player makes a tackle and misses it, they're asking for trouble. The problem is your logic is I don't mind you having your logic, but because you don't hold your own players to that account, it falls upon their fears for me.
That was dragging him. He was dragging him.
The problem is Hamza. The problem is Hamza doesn't know that. Hamza, the problem is you don't know that you're a troll yourself. If you knew that you were a troll, if you knew you were a troll, Hamza, if you knew particularly that you were a troll, you would not be saying this.
The second one, that one annoyed me most. See, this is what you are. You want people to be pro you and please you. You want me to come out here and please you and lie to you. I will not do that. I'm sorry. I've been watching football for many years. The one that I saw, I was so angry, and I thought Bournemouth, the goal by Bournemouth was fair. The goal by Bournemouth to the saliva is criminality. That referee has to be sacked. I swear to God, that referee tonight, if there's justice for Bournemouth, has to be sacked. How dare you decide to disallow a goal like that? It's shocking. That proved it all. To me, that proved it all. You can cry as much as you want to go the 3 point, but there's man up there. That's why there's justice. That's why you will not win the league, because you cheated at Bournemouth. I guarantee you will sweat blood and tears at the end of the season.
Why is the goal should stand? Why the goal should stand, Hamza?
Remember, don't cheat. Don't steal. They always tell you, be a man of honest.
Hamza, did you watch the game? Did you watch the game with your glasses?
One sec though. Answer Mo's question, please, Hamza.
Why the goal should stand, Hamza? Was there a push or not on the goalkeeper?
There was nothing. There was nothing. There was no physicality to take out the keeper.
Simple. Did Solanke push David Raya when he was trying to clear the ball or not? It's a yes or no question.
Bro, they came together. It was even, they used the word mutual. What's the word they used yesterday? It was against Everton. Everton. They said it was
crazy.
They said mutual. What did they?
Hamza, don't lie, Habibi. It's haram.
They came in contact mutually.
Hamza, did you have your glasses on when you're watching? Did you have your glasses on when you're watching the game? Did you have your glasses on when you're watching the game?
Listen, it doesn't. Bro,
Did you
it's
have your
racist.
glasses on? No, yes or no. Did you have your glasses
Are you
on like
really
me?
defending this?
No,
now?
I'm
Are you
asking. Did
guys
you have your
defending this
glasses
form of
on like
law?
me? Did
Are
you
you
have your glasses on?
defending
No,
form of action?
hold on.
All right, guys, one at a time,
Yes
please.
or no?
Please don't talk
Yes
over
or-
each other because the
Hamza,
viewers
yes,
can't hear.
Hamza,
Look,
yes
we're
or
gonna
no?
we're gonna come. We'll probably come back to this subject in a little bit.